All right, looking at our brand new NBC News poll, let's see how President Trump stacks up with his opponents, with the opposition party, the Democrats. So we see the approval rating, the job approval rating for Trump here, a couple months into his term, is 47%. It's higher, the disapproval rating, at 51%. So you see numbers like that. Now, for Trump, 47% is actually pretty high compared to how he's polled in the past, but that still leaves an awful lot of voters who disapprove. And so you would look at that and you would say, well, the Democrats, the opposition party, that's huge political opportunity for them. Or is it? Because take a look at what we found here when we asked about attitudes towards the two political parties. Now, most voters don't like either one of them. You can see Republicans, it was 39 positive, 49 negative. But look at this number for the Democratic Party right now. Just 27% positive, 55% negative. That's a gap of 28 points. 28 points more negative than positive for the Democratic Party. And to put that in context here, what you're going to look at, this is the history of our NBC poll asking this question about the two political parties, and that negative 28 that the Democrats have right now, that's the worst we've ever seen for a party in our poll. And interestingly, you can see here on this graph, again, we're going back to the 1990s here. Look where the drop-off took place. It's really been since the election into this year, the numbers have crashed for Democrats. There are a lot of Democrats. One of the reasons for this is there are a lot of Democrats themselves who don't like how the party is handling Donald Trump as president and say they don't like their own party right now. All right, one of the areas we looked at in our new NBC poll is one of the areas that's been getting the most attention in these early months of the Trump presidency, and that is DOGE. You've heard of this one, the Department of Government Efficiency. Trump says it's going to cut costs, it's going to find savings, cut waste in the government, the effort that Elon Musk is heading up. So we asked voters, first of all, do you think this is a good idea or a bad idea to have this department that Trump has created here? Plurality, 46% say good idea, 40% say it's a bad idea. Then we went a level deeper on this. We asked folks a couple of questions here, a couple of options about how they think about the future of DOGE. We said, do you think it should continue and that much more needs to be done? A third of voters said that. He said, is it needed, but the pace should slow down a little bit? 28% of voters said that. So that's more than 60%. That is 61%, in fact, of voters who are saying basically they like DOGE. They think it's necessary. They differ on how aggressive it should be. Those saying DOGE is reckless, it should stop, there's no need to cut government, only a combined 37% right there. So where Trump gets into some political difficulty here, it's not really on the existence of DOGE or on what it's doing as much as it is this. It's the man running DOGE. It's Elon Musk, obviously been front and center so far in this administration. A 39% positive, 51% negative rating of voters have for Musk. Those numbers worse, certainly, than Donald Trump's numbers. All right, the new NBC poll looking at Donald Trump standing 2 months into his presidency with the American people. A 47% job approval rating for the president, 51% disapprove. Let's try to put that in some context, that 47% job approval, because there are two ways of looking at it. Number one, if you're comparing Trump right now to modern presidents who just came into office at this same point, a couple months into their terms, you can see here that 47% for Trump is low. It would be the lowest of any modern president at this point, except Donald Trump himself. In his first term back in 2017, he was at a 40% approval rating at this point. So actually, the 47% that Trump has right now, historically it's low, but by his own standards politically, this is actually the high end of what Donald Trump was able to put up as president the first time around. 47% for him is a high approval rating, and it suggests that that coalition that elected him, well, it hasn't grown since Election Day necessarily. No sign that it's really shrunk, at least not yet. Now, in terms of inside the numbers here, where is Trump scoring right now with voters? Clear answer, it's this. It's border security, it's immigration. 55% of voters say they approve of how he is handling that. That majority includes people outside of Trump's base. On the flip side, where are the warning signs for Trump? It's right here. It's the two issues that arguably got him elected, the economy and inflation. On both of those issues right now, a majority of voters say they disapprove of how Trump is doing his job. Back to you.